Hey, what is going on, guys? In today's video, we're going to do a full what you need to know guide for Project Nova Season 9, as it has very recently released, and it is a lot different than, say, ECFN in terms of the meta. So we'll cover 5 key topics today. Those will be the loot pool differences between standard games and late game, the shotgun meta, the overall meta of the other classes, the state of mobility, and then finally, the state of Siphon. Starting out with loot pool differences between normal games and late games. Looking at normal games, the loot pool will be pretty much exactly what you expect and pretty much the same as how it was in historical Season 9, but in late game, there are several key unvaults that shake up the meta quite a bit. The standard SMG is unvaulted, which is gray through blue. The tactical SMG is unvaulted, which is green through purple. And remember, the tactical SMG has 260 DPS at the purple variant. That's very high. The burst AR is unvaulted, and the spaz is unvaulted, so purple gold pump shotgun. Overall, that means there's more options, more possible weapons you can get in the loot pool in late games. All those weapons are at least viable, and the TAC SMG is insanely busted, so it really shakes up the meta there. You know, in normal games, I would really say you can't only run SMGs unless you're at like 100 plus ping, like I often am playing on EU. I definitely say running only SMGs is not a good idea, but with tactical SMG, you can make an argument that even at low ping, you can get away with only running TAC SMGs because it's just that good, particularly if you have at least one of the purple variant. So definitely something to keep in mind there. Let's move on to the shotgun meta. In terms of your normal games, you're going to have the gray through gold TAC, the green-blue pump shotgun, and the blue through gold combat. Remember, the combat shotgun in this version, 9.41, has been heavily nerfed. It only has a 1.5x headshot multiplier. I believe its maximum range is only 11 tiles instead of 20. And, you know, that's not the massive advantage that it used to have. Its attack shotgun still has an 8-tile range. Overall, if you were to ask me in general what shotgun would I'd say is best, I'd probably go with the combat. I don't think it's an obvious choice, and I think the other two are also viable. But I would say combat's probably the best choice, then followed by the blue pump, then followed by the attack shotguns. But all three are viable, so you can really pick whichever one you think fits your playstyle best. You know, if you feel like you don't have the best aim, tac shotgun might be the best choice for you. You know, if you feel like you really like box fighting, you know, going for those quick edit plays where draw speed matters, pump shotgun might be best for you. It's really up to you in this scenario. The drum shotgun also exists, but the drum shotgun is garbo, so basically pretend that doesn't exist. In terms of the late game meta, with the purple and gold pump shotgun, I think that elevates the spaz to be even pegging with the combat, or maybe just the tiniest bit ahead. It's honestly really tough debate over whether the gold combat or gold pump is best. I would probably say the gold pump is overall just slightly stronger in my eyes, but you know, you could make a very reasonable argument the combat's still the better choice. So totally up to you. I think the tac shotgun's probably just a tad below those two, but still viable. You know, if that's the gun you like to run, it's still very usable. In terms of your other classes, overall, I think Nova's meta is very free and open in normal games. You know, the SMGs, you have Silence SMG, Drum Gun, Burst SMG. Silence SMG I definitely think is overall best, but Drum Gun's not half bad there. You know, ARs, you have Standard AR, AK, Infantry, I believe you have Silenced AR as well, Tactical AR. There's just a lot of options there. You know, if you think to your Structure Destroyers, you got the minigun, you got the RPG grenade launcher. I believe you also have the proximity grenade launcher. There's a lot of options there. Overall, I just think there's quite a few options in these metas. But in late game, I think that conversation changes. With the tactical SMG being in there, realistically, that's the clear and dominant option. You know, green and blue TAC SMG aren't massively better than the silenced or the standard, but once you get to the purple one, it's not even close anymore. So overall, meta's pretty open in the other classes, but late game a little bit more closed off. But it is nice to have the standard SMG as well, so that's not a bad weapon by any means. Now, in terms of your mobility, in Season 9 is known for having very high mobility with the slipstreams, you know, glider redeploy being an item, lots of vehicles, there's lots of ways to get around. You know, in Nova Season 9, though, we have the grapple gun as well, which is just further increasing how much mobility you have. It means you can get around the map very quickly, people will die very fast in the mid-game, but you can third-party fights very quickly. So just be aware, it's a very high mobility meta. It's really pretty close to ECFN Season 7 with the planes. That's also a very high mobility meta. I'd say they're pretty similar. You know, both of them you get around very quickly. So just something to keep in mind. Finally, in terms of Siphon, in normal games, Health Siphon is working, but Mat Siphon is not. So you are not getting 150 mats when you eliminate someone. Definitely something that needs to be fixed. It's very annoying to not be getting mats off people, but it's just a reality you have to deal with. At least you still have Health Siphon. So I hope this video is helpful, and I will catch you in the next one.